the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe on your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is I.A.N, this is Crime Watch, and we are back. Top of the evening to all those of you locked on the line, a special good evening to you. I'm seeing a woman with a big banner in front. Could somebody check her? She's out to the glass. I see she's clapping and whatnot. See what's going on with her for me, please. Also, all those of you who are locked online, a special good evening to you. All those of you looking at me from all over the world, a special good evening to you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I had a very interesting weekend. Very interesting. Did I say interesting? Yeah, interesting weekend. Very interesting weekend. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the murder toll today is the 26th of January. 30 is the murder toll. 30. Last year, same period, it was 29. Last year, same period was 29. This period, this new year, 2026, it's 30. Also, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot I have to tell you about. And let me see what I could tell you so far. And just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, an answer bank employee dies after collapsing at the carnival fete in Chaguaramas early Sunday morning. The deceased has been identified as 37-year-old Vishal Suku, a senior loans officer with Answer Bank. According to police, Suku was attending the Soca Till Sunrise Fete with a group of friends when at around 6 a.m. he complained of unfeeling well and suddenly collapsed. Yeah, he suddenly collapsed. Really sad. I mean, it was a whole fete weekend. Everybody was pumping. You know, everybody was pumping, and it's really sad, really sad. A young boy like that, he died. I don't want to jump into no other details because that's all I know. I don't want to say what everybody's saying that has nothing to do with, you know. I like to do things like that. I like to get my facts first. Also over the weekend, so it's really sad. If you have any information, get in contact with me. Also, a man has died following an accident following an incident in Arima on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as Ricardo Nicom. Reports indicate that on the evening of Tuesday, January 20, Nicom was walking home with his wife along Sabessar Street near the corner of La Chan Street in Arima. And this is sad, but just, it's really sad, but isn't that a pavement that his wife? Can you start over that video? And that is something you might feel is a village and you know, stop. How many people, pause it right there when you get it clear. Right. How many people, I know a lot of people, they do this. They are pavement, and sometimes you choose not to walk on the pavement, you choose to walk on the road, and sometimes because of negligence, these things. I mean, this is sad. This is really sad. This is really sad. We don't know if the guy was speeding. We don't know the facts. If the family can get in contact with us, please. But as you can see, the wife is walking on the pavement, and a lot of people make these mistakes. And could somebody find out what's going on with that woman, please? Find out. Yeah, what is going on with her? I just sent one of my researchers. She's with a banner outside. She's with a banner outside. Yeah. Yeah, so if you have any information, we don't know what is going on with her. So I'm just trying one of my guys to switch here and see what's happening with her. Okay, somebody's talking to her now. All right, so come back to me. And so again, the deceased has been identified as Ricardo Nicom. A report indicated on the evening of Tuesday, January 20, Nicom was walking home with his wife along Sabessar Street near the corner of La Chance Street, Arima, when he was struck by a van. The impact caused Nicom to be knocked down to the ground. He sustained severe injuries and was rushed to hospital. With efforts by doctors, Nicom succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead on Wednesday. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. I'm just looking back at the video there. You know, here he is walking and, you know, maybe he's talking, they're talking, but that's how fast things could happen. Things could happen really fast. Also, the decomposing body of a man was found in a shack off North Coast Road near the lookout on Sunday. So a decomposing body of a man was found in a shack off North Coast Road near the lookout on Sunday. If you have any information, get in contact with me. I tell you, you got to be careful out there. A lot of people, this is carnival time. Some of you going to the beaches, some of you going to the rivers, some of you going to beach houses, you know. And churches having events, churches having camps. I remember many years ago, our church used to have like a camp, and you have to be so careful out there. So careful out there, so careful out there. But all we have is so far, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, bodies popping up all over. A decomposing body of a man found. The identity of the man, ladies and gentlemen, is still unknown. The identity of the man is still unknown. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, a grieving father demands justice after his child death at Mount Hope, accuses hospital of gross negligence. A grieving father is publicly demanding justice following the death of his young son, I.A.N. Ishwar Clement. Alleged serious medical negligence and a failure of care at the Eric Williams Medical Science Complex in Mount Hope. In an emotional social media statement, the father rejected claims by the North Central Regional Health Authority that his son received proper treatment, saying the video footage from the ward shows the child in visible distress that was repeatedly ignored by medical staff. The alleged nurses dismissed his concerns as normal, even after the child reportedly suffered a seizure and claimed his son was poorly monitored overnight. The father further accused doctors of avoiding the family after the child's death and treating his son as an experiment rather than a patient in urgent need of care. He also called on the police to launch a criminal investigation and appealed to Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, Senior Counsel for an independent probe, vowing to continue speaking out until accountability is issued. Go ahead in a video, please. Oh, go ahead. Do we have a number for the father? Could we get the father to get in contact with us, please? Yeah, get a number for the dad so we can find out what exactly happened and let him know this is the platform. This is the platform to really deal with this. To deal with this. Yeah, he needs justice, and it's not a matter we could bring back the child, but sometimes we could, you know. In the future, this can happen again. It can happen too. One is too much. One is too much. Remember when the other time about 10 or 11 babies died, could be more. And it was like a normal thing for the last Minister of Health. It was like a normal thing. This died in the neonatal ward, and so many babies died upon delivery. And it was normal. It was normal. They did say that, but one is too much. One is too much. It shatters a generation when a child died because that mother and father, sometimes it breaks up the marriage and it breaks up everything. Everybody's blaming one another. There's no love. Everything is gone. Everything is gone. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a man discovered unresponsive in Kunupia bathroom. According to police report, around 8:40 on Friday, January 23rd, On Friday, 23rd of January 2026, officers from Shoguna's Criminal Investigation Department were notified by staff at the Shoguna's District Health Facility that a man identified as Singh had been brought to the institution earlier that morning with injuries was pronounced dead shortly after. Police who viewed the body observed abrasion and bruising, including injuries above the right eye, above the right eyebrow, the right side of the abdomen, both knees and left forearm. But they said he fell. Further inquiries revealed that Singh was last seen alive at Kunupia home on Thursday evening. I'd like his family to get in contact with me, please. I need more information with respect to this. I need a little more information with respect to this incident where this man was found unresponsive in a bathroom. But when they brought him to the health center, he had bruises all on the eyebrow, right side of the abdomen, both knees and left forearm. So a fall can't, I mean, we don't take a fall that, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. There's more to that. Also, missing man safe in Canada. Remember we highlighted a case where a man was missing, Sahade Kunji, aka Tang. Tang, that's the man. A missing man found safe in Canada, left with his wife's passport. Why did you take your wife's passport? I don't understand. Sahade Tang Kunji, who was reported missing earlier this month, has been safely located at his home in Canada. Confirmation came after Kunji contacted his daughter, who resides in Canada, and his presence at the residence was verified during a video call. Kunji had been reported missing on the morning of January 11, 2026, after leaving to buy doubles just a few houses away from where he and his wife were staying along Railway Road, Ravinsab, Londonville. His disappearance prompted widespread concerns and extensive search. The Hunters and Search Rescue Team, led by Captain Valance Brambarat, along with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, conducted multiple searches. It is also confirmed that Kunji's wife, Usha, remains in Trinidad and Tobago awaiting documentation to return to Canada, as her passport was taken by Kunji then left. But why will Kunji take his wife's passport and run away? He might be arrest and all too. There are plenty of people need to arrest some people too, you know. He need arrest, so he take his wife's passport and go on with it. It's a crazy thing. Yeah, but he need to tell her that he's doing that, so, you know. Yeah, I tell you, it's all kind of thing, you know. Also, ladies and gentlemen, before we take that break, a Venezuelan suspect sets victim house on fire after knife attack in Rio Claro. Yeah, a Venezuelan suspect. A violent attack unfolded in the early hours on Sunday morning at a residence along El Guanapo Trace around 3:30 a.m. The victim reportedly asleep when an armed intruder arrived at their door. According to reports on January 25, 2020, the 59-year-old victim opened the door and was confronted by a man known to him as Victor, who was wielding a knife. The suspect allegedly stabbed the man multiple times, causing serious injuries, while the 37-year-old woman managed to escape the home unharmed. The assailant then set the property, a wooden and concrete structure, on fire. Emergency responders, including Sergeant Arjun and Corporal Billy P.C. Gurudin and P.C. Mohammed, and fire officers under the FSSO Ramsey arrived promptly. The blaze was extinguished, but the structure was completely destroyed. If somebody from this family or somebody could come and tell me what is going on. Venezuelan suspect sets house on fire. So apparently, I cannot, you know, the woman is 37-year-old. The man is 59. That's the one who gets stabbed. And the Venezuelan suspect is a young fella too. So I don't know why would he go into the people who stabbed the man, because his wife, 37-year-old, managed to escape and then the whole house burned down. I tell her, I don't know what is this. So we need to investigate also. If you have any information, get in contact with me. Let's take a fast break.
The I.A.N Show will be right back.
Introducing the new Stamina Energy flavor, Strawberry Lemonade. Powered by a caffeine energy blend of guarana and green tea. Plus, B vitamins that support metabolism. And best of all, it's only 5 calories. Full flavor, natural energy.
I.A.N TT offers over 25 years of experience, are retinal specialist and the latest cutting-edge equipment. We handle diagnostic and surgical needs for retinal, cataract, glaucoma, pediatric and diabetic eye care. Also glasses. We provide it all under one roof. Our head office is located seconds off the Freeport flyover. Branches also in North, South and Tobago. Call 349 eyes for more information. Payment plans are available. I.A.N TT, taking eye care into the future.
At CTS College Private Secondary School, we understand that every student learns differently. This is why we provide them with the freedom to choose their ideal workload. With full-time and part-time classes delivered face-to-face and online. And dedicated teachers to help them reach their academic goals. We also provide regular updates to students and parents. Plus, we have affordable rates and flexible payment terms. Enroll today at CTS College.
Passage to Asia, ultra premium all-inclusive. St. Andrews Golf Club Car Park, Mocha Marabal. Sunday, 1st February 2026 from 4 p.m. On stage, we are bringing to you Nyla Blackman, Raymond Ramnarine, and Dylan Adan. The Count-Asia with the All-Stars Band featuring Viking Ding Dong, College Boy Jassy, and Anika Berry. Unlimited drinks, over 40 dishes to tantalize your taste buds. Get your tickets online at Island E-Tickets, all regular outlets, or call 742-4309 or 685-8697.
With Scotiabank financing, you can feel secure every step of the way. Own land at Corsica Estates in Grand Couva for just $165,000. With affordable payment plans, creating your dream home is within reach. A safe, growing community inspired by modern living. Let us help you get started.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
And Sheldon. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a coconut vendor brutally assaulted in San Fernando on Tuesday. A 51-year-old coconut vendor, identified as Dexter Ford, was brutally assaulted while conducting business at Palmas Park on San Fernando around 5:05 p.m. on Tuesday, January 21st. Police said Ford became involved in an altercation with two individuals, one armed with a piece of wood and another with a shovel. During the confrontation, he was struck several times to the head about the body, causing him to collapse to the ground. The suspect body walked a short distance away. After the attack, responding officers recovered a piece of wood and a shovel believed to have been used in the assault. Ford was taken to hospital where he remained warded with head injuries. So apparently somebody attacked the coconut guy in that area there. Also, police are probing a late-night shooting in Toko, which left a man nursing gunshot wound. What is going on in Toko, boy? Around 11:18 p.m. on Friday, January 23rd, officers responded to information received and proceeded to Peace Drive, Kumana Village, where they found victim seated on the ground with blood visible on his left calf. The injured man told police that shortly before 11 p.m., he was walking along the Toko Main Road near the woodwork shop opposite Peace Drive when he heard the loud explosion and immediately felt a burning sensation in his left leg. He said he did not see anyone and made his way to Peace Drive after being wounded. He was taken to Toko Health Center where medical personnel indicated he was in a stable condition. Arrangements were made for his transfer to Sandy Grande Hospital for more treatment. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a CCTV footage captured an attempted abduction in Robbery. Do you know this guy? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Somebody's there, and somebody attempted to abduct this woman. She was washing her car, and a man attempted to take her. What is this? What madness is this? The dog safe, you know. Stop. Could we? Yeah. Anybody know this guy? He attempted to abduct the woman. What is this? The dog saver. You see, watch. I want to show you the power of dogs. Pompek. I want to show you when a dog is loyal. You see the power of dogs? And you don't even feed them. You don't give them water. You don't treat dogs good. I treat my dog really amazing. Princess is the best. Princess gets the best food. Look at this miscreant. Anybody know him? Where we could go find him? The woman was washing her car and he attempted to grab her. What is this? What is this? Anybody know this guy? Okay. I realize the spelling has improved. So go back to the video. This is craziness. Watch. The dog saver, you know. Is your dogs could save you? Anybody look at the image again. So we have to make sure. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I met Pollard and Puran at CIC party. Yeah, we go ahead. I sent it to you. Okay. All right, so, oh, that's Siobhan, yeah? Passad from Siobhan from SNS Passad, Sunita's son, myself, Puran, and Pollard. They're my buddies, And also, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we support, as you know, Stamina Energy. I'm the brand ambassador for Stamina Energy. And we had a great time in, you know, a lot of people had the Stamina drink. It was amazing. Look at the video, go ahead. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, 2 women targeted in back-to-back sexual assault in Central and Southern Division. When we come back, I'll tell you about it.
The I.A.N show will be right back.
January is wrapping up, but the savings are just getting started. Shop the January month-end sale at SNS Passads with great deals on all your household needs. Stock up on everyday essentials, cleaning supplies, pantry favorites, and so much more. All at prices you'll love. Whether you're shopping for your home or your family, we've got you covered. Available now at all locations. Hurry in and save before January ends. Only at S&S Passad.
Struggling with blood sugar swings, high blood pressure, or stiff joints? Take control with Aja Nutrition's powerful wellness trio. Berberine Plus supports healthy blood sugar. Blood pressure support helps keep your pressure in check. And Joint Aid keeps your joints moving so you can stay active every day. Don't wait, choose Aja Nutrition for trusted, effective solutions. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Feel better, move better, live better with Aja Nutrition.
Slim down in time for Carnival with Anshi Seaweed Defat Soap. Wash away fat and cellulite, firm, tighten and tone skin, reduce stretch marks. Massage Defat Soap onto fatty areas with Salux Beauty Skin Cloth, which stimulates and penetrates the skin for fast results. Long enough to scrub the entire back. Hygienic and lasts for years. Available at Pennywise stores, pharmacies, cosmetic counters, supermarkets. Agents Modern Caribbean Enterprises Limited. Call 653-0011. Be sure to look for Modern Caribbean's name and logo on genuine products.
Whether it's 1, 2,
or a truckload of tires,
we've got the perfect tire for every application, ensuring you're ready for any road ahead.
Passenger SUV 4x4, heavy or light truck, you name it, we've got the tire that suits your ride perfectly.
From forklifts to industrial giants, construction vehicles, and agricultural workhorses,
we've got the right tire for every job you tackle. Brandtech, your one-stop solution for all your tire needs.
Neo Eyewear Limited, a leader in the eyewear business with complete glasses which include frame, lens, and eye test for only $3.95. We have one of the largest selections of frames and brands for you to choose from, such as Gucci, Tom Ford, Balenciaga, St. Laurent, and even the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Conveniently open from Sunday to Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So visit us at 91D Main Road, Montrose Mall, or M6 Plaza, Endeavour.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, a masked intruder stormed Sandy Grande home. One suspect caught by residents, tied up and badly beaten. A home invasion was reported in Sandy Grande on Friday afternoon. I want you to listen to me carefully here. Resulting in one suspect being apprehended by residents while another escaped. According to information, the incident occurred around 1:30 p.m. on January 20, 2026 at the residence along Rampasar Trace, Vega de Orapooch, Toko Main Road. Two masked men reportedly armed with a knife forced their way to a house and attacked the homeowner, identified as K. Thomas. Thomas reportedly struggled with the intruder and raised an alarm, alerting his stepson, Brandon, who responded as the suspect attempted to flee the area. They were pursued. Residents from the Rampasar Trace and nearby Sahadin Trace reported came out in support and managed to apprehend one of the suspects. The second suspect escaped. Preliminary information suggests that the suspect may have been from Valencia, Sandy Grande. So if you have any information, I'm still trying to gather. Something is not adding up, but I'm still trying to gather it. I'm still trying to put it together with respect to this masked intruder, All right, I'm still trying to put it together also. Also, ladies and gentlemen, two women. In fact, before we go to two women, I wanted to tell you this. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. Really, really, really sad. An elderly churchgoer found dead after early morning home invasion in Barrackpore. That was yesterday. A 65-year-old woman was found dead at her home in Barrackpore on Sunday morning, January 25th. In an incident police believe may have been linked to a home invasion. The victim has been identified as Merle Sabessar of Papourie Road, Barrackpore, a well-known and devoted churchgoer in the community. Preliminary information indicates that between 6:30 a.m. and 7 a.m., a resident observed two black vehicles parked near the home. An alarm was raised later that morning when Sabessar failed to attend church, which relatives said was highly unusual. A relative went to check on her and noticed that a white Nissan Tida registration number PDE 9713, PDE Papa Delta Echo 9713 was missing from the yard, and the front door was open. There's the side door. Further checks revealed the house had been ransacked and that a bedroom on the southern side of the house was locked. With the assistance of relatives, the door was forced open and Sabessar's lifeless body was found lying on her back at the bedroom floor. Police were notified and the first responders observed the deceased dressed in a pink jersey and a red Christmas tree pajama pants, barefoot with a small pool of what appeared to be blood beneath her right wrist. District Medical Officer Dr. Balki soon visited the scene and viewed the body and pronounced her dead. The body was removed to Das Funeral Home in Marabella for safekeeping, pending a post-mortem examination at the Forensic Science Center. Investigations into the circumstances surrounding the death are ongoing. I visited the scene today and I spoke to one of her close friends. Go ahead. That's in your views. When was the last time you saw Merle?
Yesterday morning about 6:30 I saw her in the porch here.
Right across there?
Yeah, yeah. Right
around 6:30, but she was discovered around 10 to 1 to 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what happened, this is what I found out so far. Let me read it to you. Right, elderly woman found dead in ransacked Barrackpore home, and her car is missing. 65-year-old woman has been found dead inside a Barrackpore home. Under circumstances, police are treating a suspected homicide. The deceased has been identified as Merle Sabessar.
Sabessar.
Yeah. According to police officers, responded around 1:50 p.m. and I think they had to break in the house and whatnot.
Yeah, well, at least that is what the family said. They end up showing her.
But there are two black cars parked here. Somebody was saying that. You heard that rumor?
I heard that, but I didn't see any video.
You can't confirm that?
Yeah, I can't confirm that.
But do you know if the body bore any marks of violence and whatnot?
I saw the body, I didn't saw any marks of violence.
But the house was locked?
The out of the block, there was one side door open to the kitchen there.
Yeah.
And that is how they get us to the body.
Yeah, but what kind of car they took from her?
Is that a white Tida?
A Tida, white Tida?
Yeah.
So that is her car, it is missing, so this means that was a home invasion. Because
it looked like a home invasion.
Yeah, because her car is missing and all too.
Yeah. But nobody knows for certain what went on. All they know is they was trying to get onto her. And when they couldn't find her, the brother and they came looking and they looked through a window to the back and I thought they saw her in the bedroom.
Okay.
So that's about it. That is all we know about what went on. Nobody for certain could say what went on.
Nobody. Yeah. But it's real sad. But she's a quiet lady. She goes to
very
church
quiet.
and whatnot.
She's a very nice person, very friendly, always jolly.
She's 63 or something.
She's 67 years.
67.
Yeah. She's a real friendly person. She does well with everyone.
And she built a nice home. She has a very nice home.
Yeah. And they had break-in in her place sometime last year too.
Oh. And if you notice that this area here, this is the Papourie road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a busy road. This is a very, very busy road.
So
like a very, very...
Nobody really know what went on. But she's a girl always in church and singing in church, and she always, Sunday morning she has go to church, she and her sisters.
I've seen F&M. Who's F&M?
Franklin and Merle Sabessar.
Her husband is her husband, Frank. He died.
Yeah, he passed away. So she alone used to be here. Wow,
this real sad, boy. A lady well fixed up her house. I was walking to the back and whatnot. This is terrible. From here? Oh, that wrong door there. Okay, I understand. What have you to say about that? Because it's right, I know looking at the house there, it is right by you there. I'll show you, be scared. I'll show you, you're scared now. Because they took her car, this is terrible. How long you know Merle now? 30 years. Very quiet woman. When was the last time you saw her? A couple days ago? Yeah. Work and whatnot. And they took her car and gone with it too, you know. All right, thank you again. Thanks, nice seeing you. You work in the medical field? Yeah, great. Bye-bye. So look at it, a beautiful house. You have like a nice...
I am the husband and Merle, and we were really close.
You and Frank?
Yeah, we were really close.
Yeah, boy, that's a nice house. People like to work real hard, boy. He was a principal. For what school?
Canhai Presbyterian.
Canhai Presbyterian.
We worked at Lingua, President Canhai, then
He was a school principal, Sabessar. Franklin Sabessar. Sabessar. So he was a school principal. He worked hard. He built his house. He died. His wife in the house. And now they come in the house, they kill her, and they take the car and go. Craziness. Just total craziness. Good afternoon. Total craziness.
They neighbor there. They know how reality. There. Yes, Mr. Allen, so that's about it.
So thanks again. Thanks again. And what is your name? Pardon me?
I'd find a wallet at a time and I'd go and drop it for you.
Yeah, somebody, yeah. Always.
There's American passport, not American. There's UK passport. And he had some UK cash. I had dropped it by you.
Yeah, they came and he collected, and that was very honest of you. People not like that anymore, you know. You find a wallet with money, and let me tell you something, they go on with it, you know.
I was around the time they had the big floor and thing, and they was collecting donation and things.
That was 2018 and 19 and thing.
Right,
yeah, around that time, yeah. That wasn't good, man.
In fact, I was working Chagona in those days.
What do you do in
I was a construction supervisor with Earth Movers.
Oh, Earth Movers, right.
I was doing the sewer treatment plant next to the gas station by the
by Dad's funeral home there?
Yeah.
On his side?
Yeah. I was refurbishing that.
Yeah. So thanks for the information.
Yeah, okay, you have a good one.
All the best. Don't worry. Promise you, don't worry. I will get long till, don't worry. Yeah, this is so sad. Her husband was a school teacher, upper school principal. He worked in all different schools, and what, she has a nice gate and everything. And they found that dead car pulling here. But you know what is frightening here, ladies and gentlemen? Let me tell you what is frightening. Look at the main road. You would think that I live on the main road. I'm very safe. This is a Papourie road. Is a very busy road, very, very busy road, and I'm always safe. And I have, you know, but boy, I tell you, gone are the days you could have had your place exposed like this. And that's why I tell people that sometimes it comes to a time that you have to build walls and high walls that people can't see. The visibility from outside is poor because they can't see what's going on inside, because she's sitting in a gallery, people passing, they must know that I teach wife. That is teach wife. Everybody know, because he's a school principal, he was a prominent school principal, so everybody would have known that, hello, hi. You all right? Hello, good. All right. You're now looking at me on television, all right. Okay. Thanks again. Yeah, that's the repeats. And that's why we have the repeats around this time. So you have the repeats. So people since who miss this show, we have the repeats on all our platforms. So even with the advertisers and whatnot, I mean, you got 100 plays, 100 times, so many times for everybody to see your ads. You see people stop me, they say they're looking at the show. When you look at the show, you see your ads and whatnot. But this is crazy, boy. This is just crazy, because it's obvious when you see a nice, beautiful house like this, you say, wait now, that is teach wife, boy. I teach wife, that is Sabessar. Because if you could come from here, this is how they spell it here. This is how they spell it. You see? Frank and Merle Sabessar. Okay, so everybody who knows Sabessar, it's a very unusual surname. It's a very unusual surname. So that first thing, like, if you're from the village or wherever you're from, you say, you know, like principal so and so used to live, I teach wife, I teach children. You understand? I teach wife living now, because remember, Frank died. So you don't have somebody from the area, you don't know, and they come and tell you one car and they go on with it and everything. So we're going to keep you posted. This is I.A.N in front of Sabessar's residence, where she was found dead, a 67-year-old, found dead at her house yesterday. Her car is missing and whatnot. If you have any information, let's say at Parsons, you saw any car park up here, anything you saw, you could go to my website on ianalleyne.org. No username, no password. Thank you again.
The I.A.N Show will be right back.
Men, it's time to level up your wardrobe. Find all your top designer brands in one stylish stop. Premium fits, fresh arrivals, and looks that make a statement. From Calvin Klein polos to Psycho Bunny tees, sharp dress shades, high quality jeans, shorts, watches, shades, and even luxury cologne. Everything you need to look your best is right here. Plus, enjoy nationwide delivery wherever you are. We're conveniently located at Twin Walls, Gulfview. Call us at 780-5000. Your brand, your style, your store. Silver Tag Menswear.
Premium spa and salon supplies from Mustafa Marketing Limited. Spa towels at great prices, microfiber, ring spun, and coral fleece. Essentials for safer hygiene and client comfort. WhatsApp us on 290-1952 or follow Mustafa Marketing on social media.
Innovate your space with Felicity Furniture and Appliances. Our pieces are of top quality, stylish and affordable. Dining and patio sets, sofas, wardrobes, freezers, beds, stoves and more. Visit our showroom at Lot 10B Pier Road, Felicity Chaguanas. Quality you can trust, style you love.
you're hired. Not you guys. Him.
Mommy? What else does you get later?
When it comes to spotless results, trust the real professional, Sir Cleaning Products. Floors, windows, tables, wherever there's dirt, Sir makes it disappear. Hassle-free cleaning, every time.
So, do you do kitchens too?
Like I go get a raise?
Sir Hassle-free cleaning, done right.
At the TV Center, we do it all. TV repairs, professional mounting, safe transport, and delivery. Coming soon, our TV screen cleaning spray, now open for pre-orders. Don't miss your chance to win a 98-inch TCL TV in our giveaway. The TV Center, your screen, our expertise.
This Saturday, Center of Excellence Car Park, we celebrate 10 years of Choka. Live on stage, Michelle Montano. Full blown. Lady Lava.
But for nothing in this world, I say I can't pick a good man.
Ravi B, Nisha B, and Karma.
She love the roti, she love the choker.
Young Brother.
And give me inch by inch.
And it's Samaroo.
No baby, no girl, why you want me to bed?
Savita Singh. Master Salim, Orlando Octave, Viking Ding Dong, K.I., Super Blue, Rowdy Ramru, Iowa George, Drupati, and more. General tickets, $250. For more information, call 498-1698. This Saturday, Center of Excellence Car Park, 10 years of Choka.
I love Choka.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, when I look at the death of that woman, Merle Sabessar, that's a very sad thing because it takes me back. It takes me back to a similar incident that took place on Thursday, the 20th of February, 2025 last year, when an elderly woman died following a home invasion at a Maruga home. The deceased was identified as 64-year-old Drupati Chance of Douglas Street, St. Mary's Village, Maruga. A man had just returned home when he discovered his parents tied up at their home ransacked. He sought assistance and his mother was discovered unresponsive. An elderly couple was taken to the hospital while Drupati was pronounced dead while her husband received medical treatment. Remember, I visited their home also. You can take a knife. You check it? Yeah.
Take something out and do that though.
And then they come upstairs here and they went upstairs. This is the spiral step. Okay. Well, you will get accustomed to this step.
Yeah. This is a room in front here.
Right.
Yeah, one of those deep. When I come, this door is pushed.
So when you come, this door was closing like this?
Yeah.
Closing?
Yeah.
And
when I come here now, now this door was closed, right?
Right.
When I come here, I see this door wide open.
And
when I run here now, I see the air conditioner on and I see my mother on the bed.
Oh, cool, right here.
Yeah, once you have blood on the bed, I think still.
Okay. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just waking you up to that here on Saturday, 14th of December, 2024. A 68-year-old, Amina Mohammed of Nancy Street in Couva, was killed during a robbery at her home. You remember that? Shortly after 7 p.m., Mohammed and her 74-year-old husband, Nazim, were at their home around when two masked men entered and something this is case, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any information, get in contact with me with respect to this, please. Please. This is a husband I spoke to. This was in 2024. Go ahead.
So you could have seen afterwards I realized they smashed the door with a vice grip.
And where were you?
I was in the couch.
And you heard, so the door was closed?
Yeah, the door was closed and locked. And this is a glass here which could lift. Right? But it has a insect mesh. And they smashed the glass, which would have been here.
About that home invasion, please let me know. Also, ladies and gentlemen, there's another case where I have to bring to your attention. And this was really sad concerning the shooting of the chase. The police chase, ladies and gentlemen. On Tuesday, that was on Tuesday, the police chase involving these two people. Remember, look at it. And we really hope that this family gets justice here because we're showing the edited version, huh? Remember all our platforms, but I'm just showing you. And up to this day, nobody has visited the family, no officials, nobody. Somebody need to tell us. I mean, people saying a lot. You hear somebody say they're stopping Merle to collect all kind of thing you're hearing, all kind of thing. But most important, the guy surrendered and put up his hands. You understand? His hands were in the air. Families demand justice after CCTV showed the killing in Joshua Samaroo case. You'll see the unedited on all platforms. Family of Joshua Samaroo and K.S. Sealy have intensified calls. Sealy for accountability and justice following the release of a CCTV footage that appears to contradict initial Tobago Police Service statement about a fatal shooting incident. The video shared by I.A.N. News on Friday, January 23rd shows Samaroo, 31-year-old, with his hands raised outside his crashed vehicle before three police officers opened fire, striking him repeatedly on Tuesday, 20th of January. Samaroo later died at the hospital, while Sealy, also injured during the incident, remained in a stable but critical condition with a paralysis. Relatives and community supporters say the footage raises serious questions about the police version of events. Samaroo family has rejected claims that he posed a threat to officers and insists he surrendered at the time he was shot. On Saturday, Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Suzette Marston, issued a statement acknowledging the widespread concern about the CCTV footage and death resulting from the incident. Martin emphasized that any loss of life during a police operation is treated with the utmost seriousness and that the TTPS is aware of the footage and public reaction. In a statement, Martin said the TTPS would not comment on operational details while an active investigation is underway. She said that the police service is committed to fully cooperating with the Police Complaints Authority, that's PCA, to ensure that all facts are thoroughly and impartially examined. Martin also addressed transparency measures, noting that the service has historically supported the use of body-worn cameras as a tool to enhance the accountability. But again, the horse has already left the stable here. And if anybody had on cameras, I mean, they would tell about the body cams. Down to over the weekend, I spoke to Gary Griffith about this matter also. I spoke to Gary and I was telling him about it, and he himself said, Ian, but we have over 1,000 body cams. Over 1,000 body cams out there. But again, nobody's wearing it. Nobody's wearing it. You understand? Nobody's wearing it. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, ladies and gentlemen, a new Grant man. Hold on. A New Grant man was caught setting trap gun in Rio Claro, a man from school. And I want to tell you about another case I'm paying attention to. All right? I'm seeing police outside. Because somebody check it out. Check it out for me, please. Check by the doubles, man. Was caught setting trap gun in Rio Claro. A man from School Road, New Grant, was caught in the act of setting a trap gun during a hunting exercise in Rio Claro on Thursday. According to reports, the man was discovered by hunters while placing the illegal device beneath a juniper tree along Ridge Road in San Pedro area of Rio Claro. The hunters intervened after observing the suspicious activity and alerted. Apparently, this man, they said, was setting trap guns.
What I'm going to do to you. Today is the last day you walk in here. I'll watch him good. Setting pipe to kill man, watch. You understand? You come back here, don't play your people on here, know what's going on here, and it's no and go to and don't ever come back here in your life, eh? Just remember what I'm telling you, don't walk no way in this stick in your life again. If I meet you here one more time, you're in a real problem.
Right here, you seen it?
What's going on, boy? He's playing on them really good, boy. They could, I guess, shoot. Anytime I meet you in the backyard again, I go see what I can do to you. Today's the last day you walk in here. I'll watch him.
Gentlemen, woman duped in 8,000 rental scheme in Belmont. The police report in a case of money obtained by false pretenses after a woman was allegedly duped of 8,000 in bogus apartment rental deal. The victim, a customer service representative from Woodbrook, reported the matter to the St. James police station. She told officers that on Tuesday, January 13, she paid the sum of represented first and last month for an apartment advertised in Belmont area. According to report, arrangements were made for her to collect the apartment keys. Later that week on Friday, however, repeated attempts to contact the alleged rental agent went unanswered. People can just see numbers on social media, call for apartment and take that chain up here. Take that chain up. Let's take a fast break.
The Ian Allen Show will be right back.
More savings, more value, weekly giveaways, more reasons to shop at Food Shoppers Supermarket, 121 Eastern Main Road, Arima, on J. Chai Trading Compound. We have the deals you want and the prices you need, so don't hesitate. Where smart shopping begins.
At the TV Center, we do it all. TV repairs, professional mounting, safe transport, and delivery. Coming soon, our TV screen cleaning spray, now open for pre-orders. Don't miss your chance to win a 98-inch TCL TV in our giveaway. The TV Center, your screen, our expertise.
Calling all homeownership dreamers. Own your lot in Rio Claro for just $275,000 and start building. No down payment, no interest with in-house financing. Pay only $2,292 monthly for 10 years. 4 minutes from the junction in a peaceful new development. Limited time offer. Act now.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Slim down in time for Carnival with Anshi Seaweed Defat Soap. Wash away fat and cellulite, firm, tighten and tone skin, reduce stretch marks. Massage Defat Soap onto fatty areas with Salux Beauty Skin Cloth, which stimulates and penetrates the skin for fast results. Long enough to scrub the entire back, hygienic and last for years. Available at Pennywise stores, pharmacies, cosmetic counters, supermarkets. Agents Modern Caribbean Enterprises Limited. Call 653-0011. Be sure to look for Modern Caribbean's name and logo on genuine products.
Carnival Sunday, 15th February, St. Andrews Golf Club, Car Park, Mocha Maraval comes alive for Mocha Extreme Premium All-Inclusive from 4 p.m. Unlimited drinks, over 40 dishes, and so much more. On stage, Bungie Garland, Diane, and the Vikings, Ravi B. and Karma, Nisha B., Nyla Blackburn, plus many more. Tickets online at Island E-Tickets and Passage to Asia, Chaguanas, and all regular outlets. Or call 742-4309 or 685-8697.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, as CCTV exposes brazen wine and coffee theft at Starlight Pharmacy, 2 women are being sought for in a brazen shoplifting incident at Starlight Pharmacy in East Gates Mall on Friday, January 16th. Reports indicate that approximately 6:34 p.m., one of the women entered the store and browsed the aisles before she was joined by another woman about 8 minutes later. The pair then made their way to the wine section where one suspect was seen removing 3 bottles from the shelf and peeling off the labels before placing them in the other woman's handbag. The suspect subsequently moved to the coffee section where more than 6 bottles of Nescafe coffee were placed in a bag before they exited the pharmacy. Craziness. Craziness. Watch them. You're not watching for the camera? Why didn't take somebody to lose weight or something? Watch them now, man. Watch them. Anybody know them? Watch them. Crazy, man, thing. Crazy, crazy. And that's why supermarkets and places that have these aisles have to be so careful. Watch, taking the bottle of wine. Watch. And peeling off the label, you know. And people working hard. And you know, I'll tell you something. Our mindset in this country, and a lot of people's mindset is that is okay. Go to Starlight. Starlight have a lot of money. That is no problem. Yeah. There are people who feel that they could steal from rich people, people who work hard, and say, well, there's no problem. These people have money. You'll be surprised to know the mindset that people have, that some of these low-life people, the mindset and the way they think. First thing they say, no, they have money. They wouldn't miss that. They were going for a bottle of coffee. So what if somebody thief a bottle of coffee? Yeah, but you don't know. They have rent to pay. They have high overheads and whatnot. And you have these 2 ways of time women doing that. So that is why I light them up again. Put it up again. Let's get them. We need to find them and embarrass them. And that's why I'm putting it on my show right now. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on crime. But could you tell me where we can find these women? Yeah, one time, where we can find them. You can't go Starlight and do that. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? You don't have no shame. You have no children. Where you from? Tell me where you from. Look at them. Somebody will recognize them. Somebody will WhatsApp me on 1-868-294-4081 one time. One time. I'll tell you about that story I've been listening with. I'll tell you about a story we are fixing right now. Look at them now, man. Watch them. No for now, no. Taking out the watch. 6 bottles of coffee, you know. You really believe these people and them? Watch. Crazy. Look at them. Look at these people. You think they should be right in their head? And some of you will say, nah, they're good, that good. No shame. I want to see her face. I want to get to the next woman's face. I want to see the next woman's face when she comes in. Yeah, I want to see her face when she comes in. Yeah, look, I want to see that part. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that part. I want to see. Yeah, start that part. I want to see it. Shame on them. Watch. Anybody know them? Anybody know their names, their faces? Anybody that is a high caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
A very, very good evening to you, Miss Allen.
Good evening.
What is wrong with these people? This is so shameful.
Boy,
what about the shame and embarrassment they bring in now to their friends, family, siblings, and whatnot? I don't care if it's empowerment. You're not supposed to even
You're not supposed to steal that.
You're
not supposed to steal that. You're not supposed to do that. Thank you again. You know, I wanted to tell you something. There was a case where a woman was killed in a PH taxi drive, and a PH taxi driver injured in Valencia. This happened on Saturday night, January 3rd, 2026. You remember this case? The deceased was identified as Nancy Almarales. You remember that in front of the police station? Yeah, you remember that? A report indicated that sometime after 11 p.m. Morales and a PH taxi driver, Kevin Charles, were inside a white Nissan wagon being operated as a PH taxi. As the vehicle was proceeding out of Clarence Trace along the Valencia Old Road, it came under fire from unknown assailants. Charles managed to drive to the Valencia. This happened on the 3rd. On the 3rd. Look at her face. She's been identified as Nancy's a nice girl. But I did my investigation and I realized, I said, wait. Look at Nancy. This happened on the 3rd of January in front of the Valencia police post. And everybody, people forgot it, yeah? People forgot it. Yeah, you're seeing the Valencia police post right here. Right in front of the Valencia police station. All right, she was a passenger in the car. She was shot dead. But do you know, ladies and gentlemen, come back to me. Do you know, with my investigation, I discovered that on Tuesday the 11th of June, 2024, Nancy's husband, that woman's husband, Kerwin Coxall, he was gunned down at Clarence Trace, Valencia, while a 34-year-old Nicholas Campo of Quarry Road, Valencia, was injured. So that woman's husband was gunned down. I still have the clip here. So I was just putting it together. I said, well, wait, that man was gunned down. That woman's husband was gunned down. Yeah. And do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that is one. That is our. And then on Friday, the 31st, that's May the 31st. That was a Friday. Nancy, in 2025, that woman, brother-in-law, 48-year-old Devon Coxall, was also known as GT, at Lamppost 5152, William Trace Extension, St. Albans, Quarry Road, Valencia, was gunned down after men posing as police. His home was shortly, well, after midnight, about to be a cold and calculated hit. So her brother-in-law was gunned down. Her brother-in-law was gunned down, known as Dexon Devon Coxall. Her husband was gunned down on 11th of June 2024, Chauvin Coxall. And then, ladies and gentlemen, she was gunned down. She was gunned down on the 3rd of January. Come back to me. But what I found out is that they had a quarry. They had a quarry. She had a quarry. Her husband had a quarry. And somebody, I don't know if it is a relative of her husband. Somebody, and then her husband was gunned down. Her brother-in-law was gunned down. And apparently she started to rent out the quarry. She started to rent out the quarry and she lived a good life. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, she was putting things in place starting from January. Because the people that were renting the quarry, they had some bacchanal with the excavator and whatnot, because she had excavator and thing. And I realized, but yeah, what going on? She told them, she said, yeah, what going on? Because if you can remember, ladies and gentlemen, the first was a Thursday, the second was the Friday. So everybody was like, from Monday, well, this have to happen and that have to happen. And that's what she did. She started to enforce things and say, you see, from next week, things going to be different. But she didn't get to live till next week. The 2 days before the Monday, which would have been the first Monday in January, she was gone down. I discovered that, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to I spoke to her family. Go ahead. Last time, you talked to your sister?
All year's night.
What did she tell you?
Well, she spoke to me and told me that she said, well, good things happening for us for the New Year. And she will come on the New Year, spend the New Year with us. And after that, she said, we'll go and make a little grocery and thing. And we planned, because what happened, my husband died about 44 years ago. And she didn't know because they were separate. And then she told me that she wanted to go down there because when she was together with him, they built a foundation. And then after, he finished her house and then she wanted to go and check the place. And
how long after? So wait, so they were together when she died?
No.
They were separated. And how long they separated for?
Oh, good, yes.
Yes, and he built something.
He built a house, a house like this.
Right.
And she had, she wanted to go there and, check out the place, see what's going on. Find out from people, how come she...
So nobody was occupying it?
Yes, well, family, he have no kids there.
So family members occupied it?
Right, and they said that, but somebody told her that they're renting the place and they have business open in front of the place. That's an enterprise side.
Enterprise?
Yeah. So she wanted
to... Which
enterprise? That is, I think it's Ice Trace in the place.
Ice Trace?
Yeah, Ice Trace.
You never Ice Trace in Enterprise?
Yes, I think it's there. Yeah. Anyhow, she wanted to go there and, find out, how he died because she didn't know. Right? And I don't know, probably family tried to contact her. They tried to contact her, but for some reason, probably...
But did you know if she ever went down there?
No. Both of us was planning to do this year.
Planning?
Yeah, for this year. So...
and what she was doing in that taxi in Valencia?
Well, what I heard is that she was in a club. She was in one of them club and she was, she liked to... play the machine, now you call it, the roulette. She was playing roulette. And as far as I hear, this is...
But is she from up there?
Yes, she lives in Valencia.
Oh, well, now I understand. She lives in Valencia?
Yeah.
Great, okay, she lives in Valencia.
Yes, and they say she was playing roulette and she was going back and forth, to collect money to play with the roulette. I think as a matter of fact, one friend said that when she was lying with them, she had $700 in the roulette and tell them, leave it there, she's going to collect money to come back, and then that's when it happened.
The I.A.N Show will be right back.
VJ's Small Engine Repairs and Agro Supplies Limited, located at number 102 Rochard Douglas Road in Barrackpore. We carry a wide variety of agricultural pesticides and insecticides. Also available are brush cutters, pressure washers, water pumps, and much more. Call us, come in, or just visit us on Facebook for great deals today.
Thinking of giving your home that modern finish? Then visit ABC Bar Doors and Windows. We are the largest supplier of hardwood finishing goods. Get kitchen and pool tiles, faucets, doors, windows, sinks, and so much more. Come in or give us a call. ABC Bar Doors and Windows, always a better choice.
Do you know just how important tires are in getting the maximum performance from your car? Dunlop, a leading manufacturer of ultra-high performance tires, carefully designed grooves and blocks for more rubber-to-road contact.
Chic Leisure Limited, the Caribbean's largest manufacturers of plain and printed paper bags, leaders in plastic bags, vermicelli, split piece powder, and greaseproof paper, ideal for doubles, french fries, and sandwiches. Supplying stores nationwide. For quality products, trust Chic Leisure Limited, 665-3336.
Step into Sensational Beauty Studio by Tina, your one-stop beauty destination. From micro shading and brow tinting to makeup, hair coloring, manicures, pedicures, and relaxing massages. Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Walk-ins and appointments welcome. Book today.
Welcome back to the I.A.N Show.
You know?
But did anybody threaten her or anything?
To be honest with you, she told me that at one point in time she was receiving threats. Right? She told me that at one time she was receiving threats. So I told her, well, here what's going on? Sell your place and, you know, come down by us and, you know.
But she didn't have anybody again beside her?
No, but
and where she
had
work?
Kids, she had her husband. She said she was a girl who said to sell tent rental and all this different things. Rented chairs for wedding and all this different things. That was the type of thing she used to do. Right? You know, she was coming back from going to the route, she went to get money to go to the roulette. You know, they say that's when, well, the driver, they say the driver told me himself that he make a turn, she went in to get the money, and when she jumped in the car, he turned the vehicle to come back out, and that's when on her side they start launching and spraying the car with bullets.
So she was not in the car when she died?
She was in the car when she died because they spray on her side. On her side of the car.
So why did she take her car to go home?
She hired the car. The guys, they were the
guy, and what did the driver tell you?
The driver told me he don't know what happened, and he said everything happened so fast that she told him that she picked him up by the corner, tell him she will hire him because it's not the first time she hired him. So she told him she will hire the whole car, and then she carry him by her. He stopped in front by her. There's a walkway to go in by her. Right. She went in, collect what she had to collect. What he said you don't understand is why. How come they wait until she reaches the car? You know, so she reached the car, and you had to go to turn. You had to go down and make a turn, and then to come back out. And he said when he made the turn to come back out is when they sprayed the car.
And he drove to Valencia police.
And he said that he didn't even know he got shot. He said that he crossed on the X and he didn't stop. He just drive straight to.
So he was not no target?
Apparently it don't look so. It was because it was on her side, he said. And he said she slammed down along. He said that from the time they shoot at the car, she slammed in the vehicle and he just take off and he didn't stop. He said that he felt warm, something warm coming running down from him. That's what he told me and by what he said. And he said it was when he reached by the police station, all he remember is coming out of the car, that is all. And then the police tell us he passed out.
How you took that when you saw her on that car again?
I didn't even see her in the car because my brother...
How you found out?
When my brother called me 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh God.
Well,
that's the 4th of January?
Yes, the 4th of January.
The 4th of January,
my brother saw at 3 o'clock in the morning and he told my brother, he heard about it and then he called my brother and said, you know, his sister just got shot. I was sleeping and my brother knocked on my door and he said, sorry for waking you up. He said, but Nancy just got killed. Well, the only thing I do was just drop to the ground and start a ball.
Oh Lord.
I started a ball because I felt I was dreaming still. Because I mean, now remember that at our safety us. And I just dropped to the ground and I just couldn't believe. I said, don't talk foolish.
So robbery was not the motive?
It don't seem so.
They didn't take nothing from her. They didn't take her purse. They didn't take nothing from her.
Well, I got back her purse.
And her phone and everything.
Well, I have the phone here.
Right.
If she had money in it, I didn't get back.
Yeah. But do you know if she had gone to Enterprise to examine the house?
No.
Was she liaising with anybody?
No, nobody.
Did she talk about herself? Let me go and get a lawyer letter and see if somebody could check out to see if I could get this house. Did anybody know that she was coming to
It's more pertaining to the business where she was doing the gravel. And it's that she went back to that, and that is what caused that.
Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. You see gravel, if you think cocaine is a trade, gravel, you see that thing called quarry, gravel and sand. A man told me many years ago, and I couldn't understand that. Many years ago, about 10 years ago, there was a murder in a quarry. And then there was another murder again. And I was chatting with somebody who owns a quarry. And he said, Alan boy, you think drug is a trade? He said, gravel and sand.
Crime Watch does not end at 7 p.m. It continues on all our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and on our website. Download the Ian Allen app today.
Is the biggest trade. He said that have killing in it.
Both her and her husband was doing it big. That's why they took him out first. And
I mean, they took him out. When her husband died?
When? I think it's somewhere in 2024.
2024?
Yeah.
What?
Showing Coxall.
Showing?
Coxall.
How you spell that Coxall?
Coxall.
Where he was shot?
In St. Albans. Yes.
By the quarry?
Yeah, coming out from the quarry.
I highlight that.
Yeah, that's her husband.
Yes. That is her husband.
His excavator, they buy and they started that.
Oh, what that is it?
Yeah,
that is a, they see that there? Well, it's not with no house when she coming in, that price with her now.
No,
that control a quarry. That is a drug. They label that as a trade, you know. They say that is the biggest mafia, you know. When people want you and you get involved in that, brother man, they will gun you down, they will gun down your children. That is a different trade.
Yeah, and I try to...
And you can be how decent in that, and trying that thing, and selling a load, selling this.
For Nancy and her sister-in-law,
All I was proud of her.
What she was, everybody had love her in the area, you know. She was a fifth
Imagine I
person.
work at MTS and my big coordinator telling me, Nancy, well, we love Nancy.
Everybody had known her. She was well known.
She said, people, Nancy said, I'm hungry, Nancy, running your you want something to eat, take that.
So she was big in the quarry.
Yeah, she was her husband and her together.
So they bought car and all tractor and all kind of thing.
What excavator, two excavators.
Excavator?
Yes, that's what she went back for.
So they was renting the quarry from someone?
They were renting it from them.
Huh?
They was renting it from Showing and her. So when he died,
yes, so they want to take over.
Yeah. So that she get killed from her
So
own
they had this husband at a quarry. Somebody renting it from him. From both of them. So he will still have access, they will sell the little thing, but the person renting the quarry from them. When he got shot and killed for the quarry, apparently it is alleged, the people who involved in the quarry want full control. They don't want to deal with her.
No, they wanted full control. If she wasn't even impeached him, right? She will go. He was more the man of the business. After they take me out, she came in. And they could have been easy to deal with. So we don't know who was Nancy advisor that make her go back into the quarry because she was just receiving money. And apparently they tell her, take the excavator because they have receipts for the excavator that she bought and let them throw it automatically.
So she get back she excavator?
No, she didn't have them get back the excavator.
Well, they're going back for it?
No,
I don't want nothing to do with that.
No, don't get in that dance stand. Leave them on the excavator. Don't they go and take the excavator and say they can get 400,000 for that.
No.
Leave them.
You see too,
Sherwin brother get killed too.
GT and all line of that thing with people and all because one of them was that gravel thing.
That gravel thing is a deadly thing. Yeah, so it stopped with all you.
Well, it's tough because
so you're not going back in no quarry thing?
I never was in it.
No, she was.
I was never one. Listen.
So you see how you get to find out now? Everybody wants to know, oh, this girl running drugs, this girl doing this, this girl doing that. I say, you know what, I had you on a list, yeah? I say, you know, today, even though you have time go on, I still have you on a book, on a list, things to do and people to meet. And I say, today I want to call you. I want to call you and I want to, yeah.
And you see the thing
so what's going on with her house today?
Well, we try to organize.
Well, fix it up and thing and just, you know, don't let nobody know your business.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do everything quietly and thing. But nobody are coming after you because they have dealt with the individual, they have dealt with the person that they wanted to. Who was the threat? Who was the person that, you know, holding back things down, control. But it's sad to say, and this is what will happen, it will go back to them too. That curse of taking that life will go back to them. It's a curse. And the person that they did, that whoever they hire will come back, because remember, that'll be, as I say, a monkey on your back, you know. So for the rest of your life, the person you hire to do that will come back after you and start to extort you, and you can't take it again. So it's go back to them. It is a cycle. It is go back. It is go back to them in a cycle, because they are in that circle. The killers are in that circle. The owners are in that circle. So it is go back to them.
Nancy was no gangster. Don't say Nancy no gangster. Nancy just want to make better life for her family. Always say. And the Friday morning she called him. She said, Gavin, don't worry, this New Year we're doing things for your family. I'm coming. I'm making sure we separate too much. I want us to come together as a family.
Yeah.
And Juliet, she talked to him the Friday morning, and later on she talked to her in the evening.
And where's her mom and dad? Oh. So you all have brothers?
Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah, okay. Wow, that's a real blow, boy. That's a real blow. But the real plan of the business, boy. The real plan for the new year.
And that was the joke for Christmas. When they sleep with Nancy, bring her parents.
What Nancy do?
She's a person like that, you know.
To make joke when they're sleeping and play.
Yeah, she's a person. She does just pop up.
Yeah.
She will pop up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you sleep and don't let her get her. And you know, just trump from her. And she'll come. She bring parents inside. That was around Christmas Eve. And I said, when Nancy, I want to rest. She not play parent for come. She was a person like that. At that time, I said, Nancy, sit down by the 3 o'clock in the morning when I rest now, of course, you know. And she will continue doing it. That's how she is. And she not play for my sister, you know, and then you think she tell them to do the doing, yeah? You know, but so come on man, play na man, you know. She was like everybody. If you were to go up Valencia and hear what
so she come and spend Christmas with you all?
Christmas and
is that a good time?
Yes. She really enjoy herself. She
and Old Year's Day and New Year's night. She came New Year's too?
No, she stayed in her place. She said, I'm not coming out.
But was she telling anybody about the arrangement for respect to this year and the arrangement that the persons with the quarry were making with her?
No.
Because but now you realize that it had some arrangement from starting from next year. You know, they say starting from next year? Yeah, starting from next year, because the second was a Friday. The third, so the real business day would have been from the Monday. Yeah, so you have to think. The real business time would have been from the Monday.
That's right.
You see? I know it. So the Monday would have been a business day. So she gonna get she excavator, she gonna get she gears. New Year she and her husband, she come out to make money. She come out to do it right. She come out to ready think you be a step ahead. She come out to pull on she foot. She come out to say, yeah, we're going on, I controlling this thing now. I in charge. Let me get my excavator. Let me do this. Let me do that. So one day, see from next week, I come out fresh. The year now start, and bam, the deal with Chili Sunday. That is exactly what went on. That is exactly what going on. Well, I want to tell you thanks for talking to me. Yeah, and thanks and whatever information, you know. I would text me the number of the taxi driver.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. I want to go back to the area where it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to start. That was really something else. Because everybody, you know, I just wanted to know why they killed Nancy, and I'm sure a lot of you didn't even know that. A lot of you know that her brother-in-law was shot. A lot of you didn't even know her husband was shot also. Her husband was shot on 11th of June 2024. On Friday, May 31st, her brother-in-law was shot. And all had to do with quarry. All had to do with the quarry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I forgot to mention before we continue that Azzuddin Mohammed elected Guyana's new leader of the opposition amid heavy police presence. Azzuddin Mohammed of We Invest in Nationhood Win was on Monday All right. So he was elected. I think we have videos.
Azardin Mohammed officially declared Guyana's new leader of the opposition following an internal election among opposition members of parliament at the parliament buildings. Mohammed secured the position with the support of 16 WIN MPs and Mansa Walton Desir, the lone member of parliament representing the Forward Guyana movement. Meanwhile, the 12 MPs from the APNU coalition exited the meeting after the nomination was made, effectively abstaining from the vote. In his first address following the announcement, Mohammed emphasized his commitment to providing robust opposition oversight.
Very smooth. No hiccups, no delay. In less than 5 minutes, I was elected leader of the opposition, ready to serve the people of this country. I would like to thank all my sponsors for the interest to benefit the people we will. Oh, Mr. Manza, I want to thank her. She supported me. She supported us. She elected me too. We will ensure that we put her on some of the parliamentary committees since she didn't get the amount of votes to be. Well, we will scrutinize the budget. We will scrutinize the budget, and then I will make my.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that you all are paying attention to what's happening in the U.S. with respect to deadly winter storm sweeps U.S., leaving at least 17 dead. Flight canceled, roads closed. 17 persons dead already. A powerful winter storm has swept across large parts of the United States, leaving at least 17 people dead and hundreds of thousands without power. Fatalities have been reported in New York, Tennessee, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Kansas, Pennsylvania, and Texas, where a 16-year-old girl tragically died in an accident. A sledding accident. The storm has caused massive travel disruption. More than 10,000 flights canceled nationwide, and schools and roads closed across multiple states. Snowfall over the weekend has been particularly heavy, with maps showing widespread accumulation. The National Weather Service, that NWS, have issued warnings stretching from Texas to south to New England to New East, even to neighboring Canada, has left the storm impact with Toronto's Pearson Airport recorded unprecedented snowfall on Sunday. So it's really terrible in the U.S. Also, I had to tell you about a shark attack. And I tell you, things could really happen. I don't know if you're aware that in Sydney Harbour, shark attack claimed the life of a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, a 12-year-old Australian boy has died after suffering catastrophic injuries in a shark attack at Sydney Harbour. His family confirmed on Saturday. Nico Antic have been hospitalized in critical conditions since January 18 when he was attacked while swimming near a jump rock, a popular cliff jumping location close to Shark Beach in eastern Sydney suburbs. Police said the incident occurred around 4:20 p.m. after the Antic leaped from a 20-foot ledge into the water. He sustained severe injuries to both legs believed to have been inflicted by a large shark. Tell you this, I don't know. Also, ladies and gentlemen, enough already. Venezuelan interim leader pushes back against the U.S. pressure after Maduro's capture. Venezuelan acting president Delcy Rodriguez said on Saturday that she had enough of Washington's demand, signaling growing tension with the United States as she seeks to stabilize the country following the U.S. capture of former leader Nicolas Maduro. Rodriguez, who was backed by Washington to lead the Venezuelan into an interim basis, has spent weeks navigating a delicate balance, keeping Maduro's loyalists aligned to home while maintaining U.S. support abroad. Nearly a month into her role, Rodriguez publicly pushed back amid continued U.S. pressure, including calls for Venezuela to resume oil production. Enough already of Washington orders over politicians in Venezuela, Rodriguez told oil workers in the coastal city of Puerto La Cruz. Let Venezuelan politics resolve our differences and our internal conflicts. This republic has paid a high price confrontation confronting the consequences of fascism and extremism in our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's going on in Venezuela. In other news also, I just had to tell. Also, a ferry sinks off southern Philippines, killing 18 dozens still missing. Yeah, a ferry carrying more than 350 people sank shortly after midnight on Monday near an island of the southern Philippines, killing at least 18 people and leaving dozens missing. I tell you, all kind of disaster could happen just like that. That's why you always have to say a prayer. Serious, every day going on a ferry, you don't know what could happen, what could happen. So I just had to tell you that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, also Tobago House of Assembly portfolios assigned to elected members and councillors. The Tobago House of Assembly has formally assigned portfolios to its elected assembly members and councillors, outlining the leadership structure that will guide governance and policy implementation across the island. At the center of the administrative framework is the Office of the Chief Secretary, headed by Chief Secretary Fali Chavez Agostini, with Deputy Chief Secretary Faith Brebner serving as second in command. Supporting the office of the Chief Secretary are Assembly member Megan Morrison, who serves as Secretary, and Assembly member Nigel Tate, who holds the position of Assistant Secretary. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time, and also the People's National Movement press conference, 70th anniversary celebrations that is going on right now. We will be tossing to the PNM, the People's National Movement 70th anniversary celebration. We're carrying it live on our platforms. Okay, just to let you know, it's all part of the news to bring it to let you know what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time. WhatsApp me on 1-868-294-4081 and all the other. Make sure you look at the videos and whatnot. We have so much to tell you tomorrow. Tomorrow, the week has started. It didn't start too good because we have 30 murders already. Last year it was 29. Today, last year, the 26th of January, last year it was 29. Today it's 30. And that home invasion in Barrackpore is really sad. If any of the family or the members or neighbors or so would like to speak with me, or have information or have footage, get in contact with me. And remember, you could go to my website and you could send information anonymously on ianalleyne.org. No username, no password, absolutely no username. You could just, all you need to do is type in ianalleyne.org. You could either look at Crime Watch if you have no Facebook and no YouTube, or you could send information anonymously. You could send videos also. You just could send videos. So send it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. Good night.
Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna come, we ain't playing. It's the last thing on our minds.